So the NBIS rollover here, this did two things. Number one, we rolled over, did not quite fill this gap. I know this is something other folks are worried about, but so far the 100-day moving average looks to have caught it. The other interesting thing is that we did look like we tried to fill this gap on the candle yesterday, a little bit of a wick gap in there. Looks like that got filled. We'll see which direction we move here on NBIS. But it's important as far as upside targets here. We do get asked about this quite a bit. Stock is 91.70 here in the pre-market today. I got the next round target here, or the next target, excuse me, at that round $100 level. NBIS has played with that round $100 level several times on both the upside and the downside, and I expect that again. Right above that, we have the 20-day moving average at 108.32. That will probably be closer to 108 by the time NBIS trades back up towards that level. And then when just above that, we've got the 50-day at 110.28. And above that, we have a trend line here. I would say by the time we get to the trend line, can probably estimate this in a mid 120 handle, maybe 125 to the 128 that we see here on the chart. So NBIS, at least so far, I know there's been kind of a down move here with some of the other AI names and this one in particular, but the 100-day seems to have caught it so far. You know, one other thing we might want to do, we might want to extend this bottom trend line in case we do give that up. This will give us a downside target that's just shy of the 200. Nebius Group shares are trading higher on Tuesday afternoon. This was from yesterday, rebounding after last week's sharp sell-off that followed a mixed third quarter report and dilution worries. The AI infrastructure provider previously dropped nearly 9% after posting third quarter revenue of $146.1 million, which missed Wall Street's estimates near $153.7 million, and issuing full year revenue outlook of $500 million to $550 million, below the roughly $578 million that analysts had projected. Sentiment was further measured by an equity distribution agreement allowing the sale of up to 25 million Class A shares. Tuesday's bounce comes as investors reassess the long-term growth story. Despite the guidance reset, Nebius delivered roughly 237% year-over-year revenue growth and continues to ramp capacity aggressively. The company recently announced a $3 billion five-year infrastructure deal with Meta Platforms and plans to expand compute capacity by 2.5 gigawatts in 2026, positioning Nebius as a key supplier in the AI data center build-out. Analysts at Northland Capital Markets have a $211 price target on this, while D.A. Davidson reiterates a $150 target and calls Nebius a top AI pick, arguing that the recent weakness could represent a buying opportunity. The Tuesday advance comes even as broader tech benchmarks trade mostly lower. Now, NBIS, the good score that it has for the Benzinga Edge rankings is in fact momentum, not really high on anything else. One other thing that I just wanted to check here with NBIS are going to be some of these other analyst ratings. We just talked about some of those. Looks like we've got price targets here. The most recent one from today is Citizens initiating coverage and slapping a 175 price target on that. That's what, 80 points higher than where we're at. Giddy up. We also, BWS Financial has a 130 price target. Northland, that we just discussed, has the 211. D.A. Davidson at 150. Goldman Sachs here at 120. That came back from September. So a lot of the price targets on NBIS still considerably higher than where the stock is right now. And now on the chart, it looks like we're kind of being caught by a support level. So I understand here if this is one of the stocks that folks are looking for a potential trade. It does make some sense to me. And we actually have some pretty clear mile markers here to determine whether or not this trade's working, long or short. So NBIS looking pretty good here.